Let's
Oh,
see. Yes, we are live, Miss Donna. Hey guys, nice to see you tonight. I am Lisa
hi,
Russick.
everybody.
We are live,
And
and I'm going to look for us on this phone thing, Bob. There we are.
and I'm Donna Murphy, and we are here to do live tarot readings tonight. Also, I had somebody who watches us fairly regularly ask a question of me the other day. So I will clarify that occasionally, if you do see either Lisa or myself vaping, we both, in fact, vape. We are vaping, let's just call them nicotine products versus any other type of
Oh, were they thinking we were doping up on a
recreational. Yeah,
camera? I'm in
especially because
Tennessee. That would be illegal anyway.
well, it's legal in Illinois, but that notwithstanding, we are both ex-smokers, and
Nicotine.
so yeah,
Nicotine.
so
I wish I
it's
could
not
quit, man.
yeah, so
I hate it.
we are not getting high.
No, I'd rather be getting high than smoking.
Just
Anything
just
cigarette-y,
just so you
anything
know.
nicotine. I wish I could
Yeah.
quit it. Yeah, anything. No, not anything. I've tried to quit. I quit for about 4 months this
Yeah.
past year. Remember that? I went like 3 months without smoking
Yeah.
anything, not even a cigarette. And then I smoked a
Yeah.
cigarette, and then it was downhill from there. I didn't
Yeah.
want to start smoking cigarettes again, though. That was worse to
Yeah.
me. So I started
Yeah.
vaping. I don't think
No,
they're
ever
either one's good, but
yeah. Ever since I quit smoking cigarettes, I've never smoked another.
yeah,
And little by little, I have whittled down how much nicotine is in my vape to the point where there's practically nothing in there,
that's
but there
awesome,
is
man.
still
Yeah,
there's a little teeny bit.
yeah.
But I mean, but no, we are not, even though I know sometimes we get silly and giggly, it's not because
I
we're on
wish it were. That'd be cool. We should have that kind of podcast. We'll call it
we're
the
not on recreationals. We're not
we're
using
all
recreationals.
we're all I can't think of a pun right now. I'm too
I
high.
know.
I wish. See, yeah, if I were high, I'd have the perfect pun, you know?
I just thought I'd clear that up for
Thanks for
everybody.
clearing that up. I didn't even think of it because I mean, this big, I wish this were, can you imagine it, like if they were a vape this
Yeah,
big?
serious.
Ooh, I'd be set for a year, wouldn't I? I mean, what? Or like years and years. Oh my God. If there's a life, altering event, or
Yeah.
earth shattering event, I'll be safe. People will come to me and I'll have a trade. Remember me on that podcast, always smoking those vapes? I still have them. Anyway, listeners and watchers, there's one person in here. And when you come in here to watch the recap, we're not just talking about smoking cigarettes and nicotine or anything else. We are doing a live tarot, like she said. We're doing 5-minute free readings, and we're also offering a pick a card at the end. So we have one person in here, and if you would like to have a reading, one person, you can say, I would like a general reading, or you can ask a question. We'll
Yeah.
give you some time and wait for anyone else to come in and gab some more.
Yeah. We'll give people an opportunity to kind of filter in. I know sometimes it
Yeah,
takes people a few minutes to get in.
usually,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Let's see what the cards might say. How many people will be here tonight? Maybe. Let's see what the number is on the card. 10 people. That's a lot. And it's a 10 of wands,
Yeah.
so that would be a lot.
Yeah. That would be a lot.
Overwhelmingly money. Is that true? Five. Unfortunately, yes, but five of them will not say anything, maybe. I'd be sad. Five of them will be really upset because they don't get readings.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. We'll
well,
see why
hopefully
we get the 5 of cups for that. 6 it's all about healing. Well, that's what this is about. It's about healing. I always think of the 6 of swords reversed as like staying involved with healing your problems in these two together. Like it's really rough transition here, but you're getting through it. And sometimes I see this when someone's helping someone get through a really rough period, or someone's staying involved with being really depressed and can't get out of it sometimes, you know, and they're in a bad situation, they need to get out of it, but if they leave it, they can't stand the idea of it sometimes with that. I don't know why that has to do with timing. Maybe they have to get away from that person to come see the live.
well, I don't know too. We're gearing up for the lunar eclipse now at on the 27th. So that's just a few days away. And
Yeah,
that's eclipse energy is pretty highly charged energy, either one, solar or
it
lunar. And
is.
then we've got the lunar coming up. So that is going to be an opportunity to let go of some things, maybe leave some things behind. It doesn't necessarily have to feel like a loss. Sometimes it's a relief to lay
Right.
down a burden that you've been carrying that you realize you don't need to carry anymore. So, it doesn't necessarily have to be associated with losing something or losing
Right.
something that you still want or still value. It can actually be a very welcome opportunity to leave
It
some stuff
can.
behind.
Everyone
Yeah,
thinks of loss as a breakup or death, but it could be like, losing weight, or if you
yeah,
want to, if you need
yeah,
to, or it could be, like losing a bad habit, or it's even sometimes, maybe you lose some money, but you find more or something like that happens. Sometimes stuff like that happens, like a really unfortunate event will happen, and then something out of nowhere just kind of lifts your spirits. Like say I could have an issue where the bank messes up or something, and I get $200 lost for a week and it won't be back for a week and a half or something, some weird thing like that. And I'm just walking down the street bummed, and then I find a 20, on the ground, something like that. Just kind of like, wow, where I needed money. And even though it's not 500, 200 or whatever, it's a 20, I'm excited
yeah,
about that. Yeah, weird little
yeah.
things like they're somehow related, but they're like they help each other in some way. Oh, Linda, it's Linda in here. She says, "Hi, I'm driving." Hi, Linda.
Hi.
Don't drive and type. We have to say
Yeah,
that. It's legal reasons, right?
yes.
Speech to
Yeah.
text.
Yeah, please, if you're in, yeah, please, if you're in your car, whether you're listening to us live or you're listening to the recording, please make sure that you're keeping your eyes on the road and your hands on the wheel
Aye,
because
aye.
we don't want anything to happen to anybody.
Definitely
I will
not.
say this though, obviously with the beauty of speech to text, that helps. And sometimes too, we're usually pretty careful. It's rare on the podcast, and we don't do it when we do the lives. Um, but if anybody is going to be put into or is going to go into a meditative state, usually the caveat is, if you're somewhere where you can safely relax or safely close your eyes and be, present to yourself, but not necessarily present to the environment, go ahead. Clearly, if you're in your car or doing anything that requires your attention for safety's sake, then wait and listen to the recording at another time when it's okay to close your eyes and be elsewhere,
Yes. Well,
be
Donna,
internally focused.
we have two people asking for readings already. While you were
Okay.
talking, two people came in. We have Vicky, who was here before, I think, and we had to shut down before she left, right? Vicky, she's first. Vicky
Yeah.
says, "Hey, hi, ladies. I'd like a reading today, if possible. Thank you." And then Tiara is back, and they say, "Can I have a reading? How y'all doing?" I'm doing great,
Hi.
pretty good.
Okay.
And
You
Vicky's
want to go
gonna go
first?
before you, though. But you go
Okay.
first this time, right, Donna? Or is it
Okay.
you? Is
Hi.
that? I think it's your turn to go first because I went first last time.
I don't remember.
I think, but I'm not sure. It's
So,
been 2 weeks.
Vicky, I know you're interested in reading. Do you have a specific question or are we looking generally?
Let's see what she
Because you're
said.
first. Yeah.
She says finances or general is fine. Thank you.
Okay. All righty. Okay. There is an opportunity coming between now and probably about mid-September. It's a chance to take a fresh look at an opportunity. I believe that looking at this, the offer does come from a man, and this actually looks like it's more related to finance than it is related to romance or a more personal relationship. It does look like an opportunity. It may be based in something like an investment or something that was contractual that you were owed in terms of money that you did not maybe get at the time that you were supposed to, or it was purposely deferred. By purposely, I mean it was not a delay. It wasn't supposed to happen. for a period of time from when it started to when it was supposed to, I'll say, pay out. So that looks to me like it is an opportunity to have some, I'll say, short-term financial gain. It does not necessarily look like it's a huge amount of money. However, it does look like it takes maybe a little bit of pressure off, or it takes a little bit of worry out of the picture. What I'm getting on this is I have the five of discs, I have the devil card, which in this case is not a negative. And then I have the three of cups. So to me, it's kind of like hanging in there actually worked to your benefit, or knowing that there was going to be this timeline. You know how sometimes things don't come to, like a bond, it doesn't come to maturity till a certain amount of time passes. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying it could be something similar to that, and that the delay was built in, but that now you're actually entitled to collect, or you're able to collect. And again, it looks to me like that's to your benefit, and that takes a little bit of financial pressure off of you, or put some worry aside because it gives you some ready cash. Um, Overall, this looks like it's going to be a positive. It looks like a positive communication, and it comes in pretty quickly, and it gets resolved pretty quickly or paid out pretty quickly once the ball starts rolling. And to me, that could be any time from now, like I said, until probably about mid-September or so. So that's what I'm getting around finance. I also would not necessarily rule out that it could be some kind of an offer for ongoing income. I'll say a job, but it might not be a conventional job, a regular job, a standard 9 to 5 job, whatever. It might not be a conventional commitment to a job, but it might be steady enough work that the money that comes in is something that you can then, put to good use. Um, but that you have a certain amount of autonomy, or a certain amount of freedom around how that all comes to pass. Because it does look like there still is a sense of struggle around money, and that can change. I mean, it's still August for a few more days. Um, and these next couple of months are an opportunity to turn some of that around. So again, this is related to the way I'm seeing it, a male or male energy. Um, it looks like whatever's being proposed is something that's workable. It's something that you can, obviously it's your choice. So it's a choice, but it appears to be an easy choice to make, to have some additional money coming in. So it could be either of those scenarios, could be some combination of the two even. But overall, it's definitely a positive around increased income, around finances and increased income. That's what I got.
No, under 5 minutes, Donna. Phew. Oh, she's home. Linda's home. Hope you like that, Vicky.
Yeah,
And
I
I
hope
hope
that
I
helps.
clarified something for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, Linda's home. So we've got
yeah,
a reading for Tiara. Oh, she's ready. Or
yeah.
Tiara's ready. They wrote will the new Leo and I build a strong. Oh, you so wait. Vicky says thank you, Donna.
Oh, you're
Sorry,
welcome.
Tiara. Tiara says, will the new Leo and I build a strong connection and go far? I'm a Gemini, and will I get a job soon? Okay, I'm going to take you. So I'm going to
Okay,
use this tarot deck is based on the
okay.
Rider Waite. It is the unfolding path. Let's see, and I'll see. Okay, I'm gonna pull some cards on to make it interesting. Let's do the job first.
Mhm.
So I'll look at your job situation real quick. See what they have to say about that. Are you working at all? I feel like you're already working, but you're looking for another job or a second job or something. What it feels like, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Woo.
That sounded kind of exciting.
This is interesting. It was the Ace of the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So what I'm getting is Eight of Swords reversed, Strength reversed, Knight of Cups reversed, and then I get an Ace of Swords. So what I'm getting is there's something you've been really wanting to do that's outside your comfort zone and you know you want it. You don't think you can do it or get you know you can do it, but you don't think you can get this position or this opportunity, but the Ace of Swords is like you've got it. Let's see if it's
Mm,
any what it is. It's something not you've never done before or that you're good at that you've never been accepted for doing by your family or something like that is what I would say. I get the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Four of Wands and the Ace of Wands. It's saying now's the time. You always wondered if you did it, when would be a good time. With the Knight of
mm,
Pentacles reversed, you're second guessing when. With the Four of Wands, I'm getting Ace of Wands is now. The timing is the Four of Wands. When should I do this? Ace of Swords. Let's look at that. I get the Queen of Wands reversed with the Magician. So this is also telling me maybe you feel like you wouldn't have the energy for it, but you do, is what the cards say, and you know you would. I also feel like this might be like if you're a psychic reader or something like that, because that would be untraditional. Oh, she says I'm trying to start my business. I lost my job after my brother
mm,
was killed. I felt like I felt like you were working. It was like involved. I don't know. Have you ever thought about being a reader? Because all these cards, a lot of these cards are very mystical that I'm seeing come up. I get you haven't thought of it. I guess that's not it because it's something you've done before. It's something
mm,
you've done before. It's the dang Six of Cups.
mm,
So you have done this before. I thought it's something you haven't done before, but you've been thinking about it. Okay, you have done this at some time. And it's a world reverse. It's not over. Is this a job you've been at? You are spiritual. She is spiritual. She's writing a book. Oh my God, I think that's it. Let me see.
oh,
I get
wow.
the Six of Swords.
Yeah.
Is it about is your book about healing from something? Is it a memoir? Because that's where I'm feeling the energy is the book. I get the Page of Cups. You can work on that and get that published is what I'm getting for that. That's a good direction for you. I don't think it's fast though. It is? Okay, it is a healing book.
Mhm.
I feel really good about this. My guide Sam is coming through, like encouraging you to continue and get it edited and do all the things. It's going to do really well, and you have a lot to say that needs to be heard and would help people. She said it's like an autobiography. Okay, that's going to
Mm,
help people, is what Sam says, and he says you
yeah.
can relate to a lot of people about the specific topics you're writing about that happened to you, especially when you were younger. Um, and about money in general. I get the Chariot reverse. I don't think anything's coming in until there's like a sudden opportunity, and I do feel this opportunity could be going back to the old job you had. I don't know why. I just feel like that might happen, but not permanently. Because I feel like you would do that for a little bit and another opportunity comes that you would move away from that. So I feel like it's a little bit of a grind for a little while, and then you're going to be back on track once your book is doing well, is what I'm hearing from Morgana. Doing well. Once, not when or if, not if, but when.
When?
She said she applied to her old job. I think they'll
Okay.
take you back.
Yeah. I know you haven't talked yet about the
Oh,
Leo.
the dude, the Leo. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
pull a couple cards on the Leo. I spent a little time on that. Is he right for you? Oh, I get judgment.
Mm,
I think he's into you. He's also
mm-hmm.
asking you to be discerning. Is he good for you? Oh, yeah, he's really good for you. No one likes to see the Nine of Swords, you think, but when I see the Nine of Swords reversed, that's a yes, because he will help you get to like your problem issues and help you solve all your problems. He wants to help you. He's a nice person, is what I'm feeling. Is he a nice person? Well, he can be kind of like hide his moods, so you don't always know his moods because he is a nice person, is what I'm getting. Yeah, you get your old job. With the guy, I feel like it's going to work out in a pretty good way. Take your time with him, is what Sam and Morgana are saying. And take your time with him and let him get to know you really, unlike any other of the guys you've done. He's what Morgana says. You really haven't let anyone get to know you when it comes to romance because you don't think you can trust them, but you can. This one is what she says. All right. All right, I ran out of time. Oh my God, well, I can talk some more. There's only three people in here, I think. Well, unless Linda wants a reading. Linda, did you want a reading? And Tier, I hope that helps you out. We could talk about more the guy more if after Linda, or if Linda doesn't want a reading or someone else comes in or whenever. But we'll see what she says. Linda. He seems cool to me, Tiara. I like him. I like Leos anyway. They're really fun. And when they love you, you feel good. Don't you? Have you ever dated a Leo or had been friends with Leo? When they dote
Um,
their sunshine on you, it's just like, oh,
yeah, I've had many Leo friendships with female Leos,
you're
and
Leo
since I
Moon too.
well,
Yeah.
and I'm a Leo moon, and then I actually was in a relationship with a Leo for about 3 or 4 years when I was back in my early 20s. So
Okay. Okay. I've dated a
it
Leo.
didn't end well, but
It didn't end well with mine either. He was trouble, but
but
yeah.
yeah, mine too. But while it was good, it was very good. It's just obviously we were not meant to go the lifetime distance, clearly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Tiara says, yes, I have, and thank you with a heart. She
Yeah.
loves the heart. We love the heart, Tiara. Okay,
Yes.
Linda says, new dynamic at chiropractor office. I
Oh
love this
boy.
about the chiropractor. New physical therapist, C, that I also work with revealed he's a Pisces too.
Hmm.
He ran over to peer over my shoulder to see what day in March is my birthday. Really? What were you writing? Were you just like, did you have your ID out, or were you writing down your birthday, or something is up with the three of us? Can't put my finger on it, but my Pisces friend Sue thinks C is interested in me. Meanwhile, the prime guy is sending a lot of energy. This is for you, Donna.
Okay.
Donna's gonna get you, Linda. Do you have any more to add to that, Linda, or what? Do you have a question, or also, or do you want to just look into it? No, she doesn't have anything else, I guess.
Okay. Well, there's definitely, I mean, there's a disturbance in the force. We've got
Oh, she says
we've
you
got
log in
the
with your birthday. That's why he saw her log in with her
yeah.
birthday. Okay, sorry.
So we've got a knight, aka a king of cups. We have the seven of wands and then the two of swords. So, there's a decision making process going on. There is, like I said, even though I said it kiddingly, there is a disturbance in the force. Evidently, everybody's tuning into everybody's energy, which isn't surprising when we're talking about, three Pisces. So you've got six fish basically swimming around each other, all trying to figure out how to,
Backwards and forwards, yeah, around
yeah,
each other. That's
exactly.
hilarious.
Backwards, forwards, up, down, all around. But I mean, I do think there's a certain amount of energetic attraction. I don't get the sense with the second individual that it's as directly romantic as it is more curiosity and affection. But the main person, the primary person that's been asked about before, that to me does feel romantic. And there's also a bit of a power struggle going on between the two people who both are providers who work there, right? The people who are providing healthcare. Um, I really do think that over the course of the next couple of months, things will start to stabilize. Um, and I don't look at that as a bad thing because I think, particularly with the energy of the second person, that I think will prove out to be or will settle out to be more of, again, where it's more clearly the affection of a friendship and an interest that's friendly as opposed to romantic. So that would be with person number two, the peerer. I'll call him the peerer. And then with the first person, it does really feel like there still is some time element here about that person being clearer about their intentions or about their feelings. Um, that's not going to be an easy bridge to cross because, especially nowadays, with anybody who's either in healthcare or any kind of really, I would say, professional setting, People do hesitate and they think twice or three times or four times before they allow anything to move into the personal, or and by personal I mean romantic, certainly, realm, because it's the way things are nowadays. It kind of is fraught with a certain amount of danger. From a professional standpoint, the idea that if at some point it was a mutually decided thing that you'd pursue a romantic relationship, then clearly that person would probably not be your healthcare provider anymore. Um, you know, and again,
Yeah, she did add go ahead weird vibes. I think she meant go ahead because I interrupted about the birthday. She
oh
just said
yeah,
weird
yeah,
vibes.
yeah, yeah, it is a weird vibe. I mean, there's the dynamics between the two people who are coworkers, who are also, I would say to some degree, friends. I mean, there's more of a connection than strictly, yeah, you're somebody I work with, because it's a small group. We're not talking about some massive corporation. We're talking about people who are in a pretty intimate environment. I don't mean sexual. I mean intimate in that it's a small, let's
They
call
all
it
know
group
each other. Yeah,
practice.
in business.
Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's got to work with everybody every day. And again, this idea of when, if, or how you make a transition from a professional relationship to a personal one with a patient or a client, again, also has its, there are some built-in pitfalls around that would not, it would, that's why it doesn't surprise me that there's a fairly slow progression here. The last thing anybody wants is to have someone turn around and go, oh my God, this person came on to me and now they have a
Sexual
lawsuit.
harassment. Yeah.
And yeah, I've been harassed. I was vulnerable because I was a patient. I'm not saying to Linda that she would ever do that. That's not my point. The thing is, nobody knows in advance who is going to maybe do that if they misread something. So I'm just saying that I do think that some of this is going to remain somewhat under wraps, at least for the next couple of months or so. That doesn't mean there will be no progress, and that doesn't mean that there won't be more indications of how it all fits together, or how it's able to fit together, and how that transition might be made.
Tune in next week.
Yeah, really. This is like,
She says, of course. She's
yes,
like, I won't
this
do
is the
that. I
continue
know I
on the
have to wait and be good.
yeah.
It's a
Well,
delicate situation.
it's
You
a
have to
delicate
adjust
situation.
the situation
Yeah.
well. You
Yeah,
have to make sure there's no compression on the feelings of professionalism.
I think
Um,
everybody's trying to
keep
tread
everything on
carefully.
alignment, you know. Can't help it.
Okay, Lisa's making chiropractor jokes left and right here. But yeah, I really think that it's about, I think mainly it's about treading carefully. It doesn't mean about not treading. It's not, to me, it doesn't feel like not going there or not walking the path. It's just treading carefully.
Okay, and then we have three people in here. I think it's Linda, Tiara, and if Vicky's still in here. Is there anyone else new in here? Because Tiara said, if possible, can you go in depth about the Leo if nobody else asks? I'm interested to know. And yeah, if I can do that, if there's not another person in here. And then Linda says, perhaps another long trip to Florida. Face. Little. That's a joke I don't get. You do though.
She mentioned, well, I think she mentioned the last time she was on that she had traveled, and when she came back, the primary person was very effusive about, oh my gosh, I missed you, and it's
That's
so good to
right. I do
see
remember that
you.
now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Take him with
so
you and then see if he
there was
says
a
it.
there was a lot of, yeah, I mean, there was a lot of enthusiasm about her return.
No, I do remember that now. That's what she meant. I thought there was something in Florida. I forgot when she returned. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool, man. Okay, well, no one's saying anything, Tiara. So hard Leo. I'm gonna shuffle these up again. Is this a man or a woman? It feels like a man. Did I already say that was you already say it was a man? It feels like it's a man. Uh, Leo. Okay, let's see. What do you want to know about him exactly? She says, seemed to work last time, Linda. Let me see what you asked about him before. Strong connection, go far. Is it a strong connection? That's really, I don't know. I mean, what the cards say, they give me strength reversed. I would say it needs some work as far as a strong connection. Where does it need work? It's we got the Four of Wands. What I'm hearing from Sam is that you want like a real strong commitment, marriage and everything in the long run, not right now necessarily, but you want
Hmm.
next thing, whatever you're doing, that's where you're heading. And that's where the difference is. Where is he at with that? See, he doesn't want that same thing, is what the cards are saying. It's new. Okay, that's why. So don't intimidate him. That's what the strength reverse is saying. Don't scare him off by saying, I want marriage right away. Just let him know if he asks you what your goals are, that eventually I want this. Not like with you right now and say yes. Basically, is what the cards are warning
Yeah, I
about.
mean, a lot of it is really about how you frame it. It's you're
Yes.
telling the truth. This isn't about dodging the truth.
Right.
It's how you communicate that truth and saying that that's something that you want in your life. You're not saying here, you're not saying now, you're not necessarily even saying with this person, but that's what you want in your life. That's where you are hoping a good, healthy relationship will take you.
So I think that's what's going on there. You just gotta
Hmm.
wait and get to know him better. He doesn't want to like jump into anything, is what I'm feeling, but he does like you a lot. So get to
Hmm.
know him, especially Leos. They love to be like listened to, and they love to listen. They like to get a bunch of new information. They like to hear that they are exciting and feel like they are exciting, and they are excited by you. Leos love everybody. They think everybody is just the best thing in the world. And if you show them that you care and you really do care, they can tell if you're faking or lying. Almost always, a Leo can. I would say if they especially have a lot more Leo than just that or a fire. They usually I know they're very good at manipulating honesty as well, I would say. They're good with the moon. The Leo moon knows how to manipulate. Not you in particular. Any Leo knows how to manipulate because they are really good at knowing when people are lying. It was my opinion. Every Leo I've ever known can tell when people are lying. They just always know, and they don't like it because they like authenticity, and they want and they kind of fight all their lives to feel authentic themselves, is what I've seen of Leos. So they feel like if you can recognize in him out loud, like things you see about him that he wants noticed without having to ask to be noticed, it's going to make him feel great, and he'll be more likely to be encouraged to get to know you better and fall into more of your love traps. You have to have fun telling him, tell him real ideally, really things you do authentically like about him. Like I love how you like something he does. I love how you make the bed every morning, or I love how you brew that kind of coffee. Every little details, they love that if you notice them. And they do all kinds of details, Leos do. They like they put a bow on everything, And you're a Gemini, you love to talk and stuff, so you would have a good match there, I think, if he's a typical Leo type, and you're a typical Gemini type. I think those two go well together. Because I've always heard that if you're a zodiac in the zodiac, every other zodiac sign is good for you, pretty much, and the ones right next to you aren't so good for you, typically, but not always. But that's what I've heard. Like I'm a Taurus, so like Gemini and Aries, not always, but usually Cancer. And then from Cancer, it's going to be not always Leo, but then the next one is Virgo. So I'd
Virgo.
be more like, but that's
Yeah.
typical. Like me, I usually don't get along with Virgos, or they don't like me. And I do get along with Leos, so there's a difference. But between Gemini and Cancer, I do tend toward gravitate toward Cancers more so than Gemini. And Aries, I've had a lot of Aries friends, but I don't anymore. Yeah. She says, yes, is a great connection. She said, like, I love your good morning messages. Yes, that
Yeah,
exactly. That is
that's a
perfect. I
genuine,
love how you
yes.
do that. No one does that. If it's
Yeah,
true, I mean, that is
yeah.
really cool that he says that. That's
That's
definitely something to say.
that's
Acknowledge
really
any cool thing
nice.
he does, and he will do it
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, and you don't have to be over the top, like you don't have to
No,
buy him a trophy,
but he
but
would like it.
the fact that you express yourself with warmth and authenticity and you genuinely do like it and you let this person know that you like it, that's great. I'm really, that's great. And I think he really will thrive with that. And I think a lot of people actually, whether they're Leo or not, thrive on that when it, like I say, when it's authentic and when it's commensurate with the action. In other words, like I said, not everybody wants, although the Leo probably would,
Yes, I was joking about
wants
the
the
trophy.
trophy, wants a trophy for it.
It's the only one who
The
wants the
fact that
trophy.
everybody likes to feel appreciated and like what they do, that they like to feel that what they're doing is something that's appreciated, acknowledged, noticed, all those things. That's really good. That's really good.
I feel good about you guys, man, and that's great
Yeah.
advice. So from wherever it came from. So go for that, I would say, and tell like at let me think. I'm hearing something from Morgana. Hold on. Do you have any children, Tiara?
Have we got chat lag?
Yeah, I think we got a lag, so I'm just waiting to see
Yeah.
what she says. Maybe she's not here anymore. There's four people in here. She might be typing something.
Yeah.
Morgana's saying something about children. She has one. Is it a daughter? She's like the child. You're worried about integrating a child into the new person into the child's life. This is a good scenario, is what she's saying. She just wants to remind about that. He's fine with you being a mother. I think he have children? I can't feel that one. But it feels like he's like got no problem with that. And he actually will be fine with being, say, a stepfather. I'm just saying. That's what she wanted to tell you. No, I don't think you're pregnant. I don't know though. I can't pick up on pregnancy, but I don't think you are. That's not what she's saying. I think she's trying to ease your mind about if you move forward, and she seems to think you will. That
Mm-hmm.
she wants to tell you he'll be good for your daughter. So, that's what she's getting. If it's a daughter with a child, a daughter, she says. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess that's all we got. And there's a fourth person in here. He has three. Okay, that's why. Oh, he understands what parenting. He
Oh,
likes
wow. He
kids. That's what
definitely
Morgana's saying.
understands.
He likes
Yeah.
kids. That's
Yeah.
what she's saying.
He's okay. Yeah. He's okay
Yeah,
around
okay.
kids for sure.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so do we have four people? Would anyone else like a reading? And if you are in here and you have not had a reading, you can say, I would like a general reading, or you can ask a question. And I believe it is your turn, right? Okay, we'll give
Yeah.
you a
So we'll
minute.
see if our, yeah.
Tiara says, yay, good, and good, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, so we are waiting. I guess we can go ahead and do our pick a card. What do you think? You want to do pick a card?
Yeah. Unless our fourth person has put in a question or even just said that they want a reading. Otherwise, we
No?
can go ahead
Yeah.
and do pick a card.
Let's see, will they? Ooh. No. Four of Swords. They're not going to ask a question. That's how I take that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to use the Rider Waite for the
Okay.
pick a card. Ah, I should have took that one. I should have taken it.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull two out of the middle. Okay, I'm going to do thumb and knuckle, ring and finger.
One finger, two finger.
Okay, I'm being called to that ring and two finger. Okay,
Okay.
everybody, all you have to do if you don't know what we're doing at this point, you just look at these cards, thumb, ring finger,
Index finger, two finger.
and with your intuition, pick one or more cards, and we'll tell you about the week ahead, maybe, and what might happen, and give you some advice about it. Okay, so you want to go first, Donna? Did you pick a
Sure.
card?
Um, I'm gonna go with your thumb, and I'm
Okay,
just gonna go with one. Yeah.
okay. You want me to go
So do
thumb
you,
first, or do
yeah,
you want to do?
start
Okay,
there.
do thumb first. We'll go with Donna's thumb. My thumb. Donna's thumb. Oh, Six of Cups. I love the Six
Oh,
of Cups.
nice.
It's one of my favorite cards. It always makes me think of just kindnesses and reminiscing and good times in the past. I feel around this, someone like a friend coming by that you haven't seen in a while. You hearing somebody this week will hear some from like an old friend they haven't heard from in a long time. I do feel like around this one also, I feel like someone, I know it doesn't feel like a travel card. I feel like with someone, this is traveling to see somebody you haven't seen in a while, like family. Um, Oh, it's a holiday weekend too coming up, isn't it? No, I think it's next weekend.
Not yet. We're early.
Yeah. So
I think
usually
we
around
got
the
one. I
sixth.
think we've got one more.
Yeah, okay. I think you're right. I get lost. I get lost. Working from home, you lose time.
Yeah.
So, Six of Cups, I feel like what's coming this week could just be a good week, and maybe something will repeat that's happened before, but it's usually a positive thing. I feel like somebody's ex might come back, and you might be very happy if somebody's listening to this and they're wanting that to happen, that may be coming back for them. That's not like that would be someone that's already in your energy, and you know it. If this is for you, you know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
And I feel just any advice or guidance around this, enjoy it. Be grateful for the time you have this week because it's going to be pretty cool. I feel like it's a good
Mm.
week for everybody. This card, Donna. Okay,
Okay.
your turn.
All right. I'm going to actually go with index finger first, if
Okay.
that's okay.
Yes.
And we have the Ten of Cups. So again, this is really very positive energy. It's very much about emotional support. It's about feeling loved, cared for, satisfied. And very often, whether this is your family of origin or this is your family of choice or your circle or your group or whatever, there's a collective energy here of shared enjoyment, shared pleasure, satisfaction, and a lot of emotional fulfillment and kind of, my cup runneth over, in a good way. So I would say during this coming week, any opportunities you have, again, to be part of community, part of family, however you define those things for yourself, this is a good time for that. It's a good time for that kind of coming together and that kind of sharing of emotional support, encouragement, and happiness. If you have something to celebrate, celebrate it. If you don't have anything in particular to celebrate, celebrate that. But go ahead and find a way to be in community this week, or in a family circle of, again, whatever definition, however you define that for yourself, and seek that out and let that fulfill you and replenish you because that's really what this energy is for.
That's a great card. I love that. Yeah, I love 10.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll go for my
Yeah,
ring.
go for the ring finger.
Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. I
Ooh.
love the Wheel of Fortune, so I watch. So this is a destiny card for me. So this week, if you pick this card, something is supposed to happen, happens. That happens. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. Whatever is supposed to happen in your life may happen this week is kind of what this is a part of your destiny week. And it's upright, so I always take that as a good part of your destiny. So if you're when you thought of this card, if you're thinking about an area of your life, you should have some luck or success in that area. Usually good, 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 big. So usually big can be small if you think small things are big, like I do. So also with the Wheel of Fortune, predictively, I would say it's just a great time. It's a good time to gamble a lot with the wheel coming up with for a week ahead. It is. I don't like to gamble, but it is. Um, and I would say it's a good time to. I feel somebody might. I feel travel around this one too. It's weird. I don't know. I feel travel this week around this
Hmm.
card too. And I also think for advice, just remember the good times and bad times, they come around and go around, and what you focus on is what shapes your destiny, I guess is what I would say there for advice. So try to focus on how you want your destiny to be. If it's positive or negative in your mind, then that's how it might end up. So this is a good chance to shift your mindset if you need to and clean up your life. Or if you don't need to, just enjoy all the good times and good luck. So that's about it. It's always just remember, it always changes. Everything always changes. Cycles, cycles, cycles. And you're gonna be okay if it's not a good time, even if this card came up and you're like, Lisa, there's nothing good this week. There is because you can change your mindset. And that's a great opportunity. Okay, Dan, I'm probably talking to myself there.
Okay, last one. We have the princess, aka the Page of Swords. Now, there's a couple different ways to look at this. I mean, for me, with the Princess of Swords, there's a certain amount of um, I want to say sort of a combative nature. And I am definitely not one to be a proponent of, just lying down or being a doormat or whatever. But there are some things that we do sometimes actually just need to accept as they are what they are. That doesn't mean that they can't change or that you can't change or that things can't change. It just means that in the reality of the moment, as they say, it is what it is. And sometimes continuing to fight that with like to resist it as a reality doesn't work. Resistance doesn't work. Acceptance with the idea that it can change. In other words, that's the way it is right now, this minute. 5 minutes from now, it could be something totally different. And again, to Lisa's point to the energy of the Wheel of Fortune, again, the idea that things are in cycles, that things move, that things change. This is a lot about knowing when to fight and when to walk away from the fight, because there's a time for that too. There's a time to withdraw from battle. And for me, this card is also a lot about assessing or evaluating whether or not we're carrying things that are not ours to carry. Carrying our own stuff is our job. It's part of our job. Carrying other people's stuff is not necessarily our job. And so that's another area or an opportunity for some discernment about, is this mine to carry? Is this my battle to fight? And being mindful of that this coming week, I think will really help you navigate the energy in a way that works to your highest good and works for you in a way that allows you to continue to move forward without getting sidetracked or overburdened by things that are not relevant to you and to your path and your journey. So,
Okay. Thank you, Donna. And let's see.
sure.
My phone almost went dark. Oh, nobody said
Oh,
anything. I think that's all our cards for our pick a card. And
okay.
it looks like we have 3 people in here still, so we'll say goodbye to you now. And thank y'all for coming. I love it. I love doing this. I'm sorry we missed
Yeah.
you last week. We were both just wiped.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we
Some weeks it just doesn't come together. But most weeks when it does, it comes together really well. I love being here with all of you. I love that you join us. I really hope that you will share the podcast with other people that you think might be interested in what we do, either the lives here that we do on Sundays, with the mini readings, or with all of the different episodes that we hope you're checking out with our interesting and fascinating guests. And whatever platform you watch those on, if you watch on YouTube for the lives, which is the only place that we do the lives, you can like us, you can subscribe, you can send us messages, comments if you have input, questions, suggestions for us, for podcast topics, any of those things. We love hearing from you. And again, share us, like us, subscribe, and you'll get more of what you like. Platforms love, and platforms algorithms love the fact that you let them know what you like so they can give you more of it. And it's good for us because it helps us grow the channel.
yes, and we love to do podcasts.
Yes, we
I
do.
keep doing them. Thank you says, wait. Tiara says, thank you. They're good. Thank you. I got that one. Okay. And then Vicky says, thank you. And then Linda says, thank you. So all 3 of our people said, thank you. Thank you guys for coming. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
next week, hopefully.
Yeah. We'll see you
And
next week.
everybody have a lucky week.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye for now.